Biafra na-enwe ụmụ Israel na-enwe ọṅụ ka anyị ji ana na so anyị ala ụmụ Biafra n'ala anyị n'ala nsọ ngwanụ ka anyị lawa aka kpuchi ọnwa we are unstoppable, we are indefatigable. Ebe anyị n'ala obodo ọma, the 14 states of Biafra. Ngwanụ anyị ana ihe Chidere odego ya Chidere anyị Biafra anyị alawala ma ndị nọ n'obodo oyibo ma ndị nọ na Naịjirịa ma ndị nọ na mba ụwa ọzọ dị iche iche obi kadawala ọ na-akpanyụ n'ugwu na ndịda oge ụna anyị erugo webe ọṅụ eluigwe na-enwe ọṅụ anyị pụọ ana m anụ ya na so gbaa ya agba ezi ụka nwayọ na so we dey do am papa jiri ya nwayọ mama gbara m egwu a nwayọ ụmụaka ụmụ Biafra ụmụ ọma anyị ana-anụ n'obodo ọma ahụ obodo kwere anyị na nkwa ekene otito dị n'ọbasi nke igwe eze Chineke abịa ama ụra onye na-etinye ụzọ ebe ụzọ na-adịghị odumala Biafra omen ụna
na-eme n'ụbọchị nketa obodo ekwensị bụ zuu Naijiria lekwa Naijiria ma dọsa ya Chineke nna dị ngozi onye ọbụla na-ekpe ekpere ka Naijiria wee wuru ofu nna nke ebere jide ndị dị etu a wee laa ha n'iyi Chineke nna kiwe biko bịa ka iwe kpọọ ha ọkụ kpọọ ezinụlọ ha ọkụ ka ha ra agbanyeghị ndị ha bụ ọbụladị ndị ụkọchukwu onye ọbụla mehụrụ ọnụ ma kulie wee sị na ọ ga-adịrị Naijiria na mma ọ ga-adịrị onye ahụ na mma na ezinụlọ na mma site gosi wee na-eme n'ụbọchị nketa obodo ekwensị bụ zuu Naijiria lekwa Naijiria ma dọsa ya Chineke nna dị ngozi onye ọbụla na-ekpe ekpere ka Naijiria wee wuru ofu nna nke ebere jide ndị dị etu a wee laa ha n'iyi Chineke nna kiwe biko bịa ka iwe kpọọ ha ọkụ kpọọ ezinụlọ ha ọkụ ka ha ra agbanyeghị ndị ha bụ ọbụladị ndị ụkọchukwu onye ọbụla mehụrụ ọnụ ma kulie wee sị Now that Nigeria na
Welcome, 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 fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world. I welcome you to this amazing platform. Thank you so much for joining us today on this program. I will not waste your time. Today, we are going to hit it on straightforward. My fellow Biafrans across the world, I welcome you. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect every one of you that is watching this program, wherever you are watching from. We are now in a new day. The new dawn have just started. The new dawn have just started. If you are one of those who have been afraid or scared, if you are one of those who have been having doubt in the past, if you are one of those who have been thinking, how are we going to do it? How are we going to do it? The time has come. The time has come. Chukwu Okike Abiyama is now taking up the challenge to do things for us by himself. My fellow Biafrans, before we continue on this program, we have to thank Chukwu Okike Abiyama for the victory he has given Donald Trump in the United States of American election. We appreciate Donald Trump and his team. We say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to strengthen them, guide them, protect them, and secure them. This is a new dawn. It is a new beginning. The evil will never prevail. The evil agenda of the enemies will never prevail. We believe that Chukwu Okike Abiyama has a plan for us, and whatever he has to do for us, Chukwu Okike Abiyama will always provide somebody to be there for us. My fellow Biafran that are watching, any place you are watching from, I want you to prepare your mind. Continue to thank Chukwu Okike Abiyama. Continue to pray for our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. Continue to pray for the Liberation Army of Biafra. Do not hesitate in your prayer. Do not look back. Continue to do everything you know you can do to make sure that our victory happens. My fellow Biafran that are watching, wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiyama, do not allow anybody to distract you. We are now in the phase of freedom. We are now at the point where all hands must be on deck. We are preparing for the restoration of the independence state of Biafra. It is not just by saying it. Gone are the days when we were only dreaming of Biafra. Gone are the days when they tell us we are only online country. Gone are the days when they are asking us what is our roadmap. Gone are the days when they call us miscreant. Gone are the days when they call us children. Today, the coast is clear and our enemies are running helter-skelter. They are running from pillar to pole. They can't even hold themselves anymore. My fellow Biafran that are watching this program today, I want you to join me and glorify the name of Chukwu Okike Abiyama. For we can see our victory coming as the United States of America is celebrating the new dawn. The same way Biafra is going to celebrate their new beginning on the 2nd of December 2024. Wherever you are as a Biafran, you must prepare yourself and prepare your mind. Every one of us must get ready. It is not going to be easy. Don't go and sleep and think it is over. It is not yet over. This is just the beginning of the new dawn. This is just the beginning. This is the time we have to fight and fight like never before. In case you don't know, just immediately Donald Trump was announced as the winner of the election, the Zoological Republic government have already started writing Donald Trump and told Donald Trump to distance himself from our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa and the agitation of Biafra. Just before the conclusion of the election, when they saw that our man, Donald Trump, is winning, they wrote him and they began to tell him to distance himself from the Prime Minister. And they forgot that the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of Nigeria was one of the first people that endorsed Donald Trump as the President of the United States. And in that endorsement, he was recognized as the Prime Minister of the Republic of Biafra. They have forgotten. Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Biafra, was one of the first prime ministers that endorsed Donald Trump through his campaign managers. And they recognized our prime minister. It is on record. He was recognized as the prime minister of Biafra, Republic of Exile. That is why they are shaking, and they are shaking their equivalent. And when they see the exploit we are doing in DC, when they see what our lobbying group are doing, when they see the congressmen that we are meeting and discussing, they are shaking, they are peeing in their pants. And they think that they think the United States is Nigeria. They think that Donald Trump government will be like Joe Biden. They think like that Donald Trump will be like Obama. This is a new dawn. Every one of you should remember that Donald Trump was the only man who was looking Buhari before his own face and told Buhari, why are you killing the Christians in your country? Face to face, he didn't write it down. He didn't tell it somebody. He didn't say somebody to go and say it. He looked Buhari in his face and asked him, I learned you are killing the Christians in your country. Why are you doing that? A direct question. And he didn't stop there. He went on to designate the Zoological Republic as one of the countries that is terrorizing Christians. And he also put an arm embargo on Nigeria. This was what Donald Trump did when he was in power. He placed embargo on Juju because he doesn't want them to continue to take the life of innocent people. And what happened when Biden came in? When Biden not only Biden sold the Tucano jet to the zoo, and they removed the name of the zoo from the country to the Christians. What a shame. Every one of us that is watching this video today, you know what is happening in the northern part of Nigeria. We are not talking about Biafra now. Let the issue of Biafra lie low for the meantime, because the issue of Biafra is already making a headline on the international stage. This same Donald Trump was the person that stopped the selling of arms, but Joe Biden opened it up, removed their name. He didn't only remove their name, he allowed to go into their hand. Today, every arms they have released to the Nigerian government in the hand of terrorists. The terrorists are using it in Nigeria to go against innocent citizens, the indigenous people, the owners of the land. And you want me to be silent. You want me not to celebrate Donald Trump for winning. Some of they come around and they'll be talking about the character. Oh, proud man. Oh, he's maker. Oh, season. When somebody tell you to go back to your country and repair your country, is that a loss? Is it a bad thing when somebody tell you go back to your own country and repair it? If every country of this world is well built, if Africans build their nation and they are doing very well, you won't have any need to begin to run around. If you are traveling abroad, you do for a visit. You visit and you go back. You wouldn't have the need to be looking for where to run to go and hustle. Is it a bad thing when somebody tell you, go back to your land and make your land what it is? The only man that have been able to stand with Africans face to face and tell them the truth, that they should build their place, build your place, go home and build your place. And that is why we support him, because we want to go home and build our home. We want to go back home and build Biafra. That is what we want. We are not seeking for anybody to give us validation abroad. Not even the state of Israel. What we are fighting today is not to have asylum in Israel, or not to go to Israel, or not to go. You see, what we are asking for is for us to have our own home. Not that the United Kingdom. You like the United Kingdom that came and begin to give you amnesty in the UK. Donald Trump is not giving you amnesty. What he said is that build your country, hold your leaders accountable, let them build your country and stay in your home. Is that a bad advice? That is the best advice you can ever get from any president anywhere. Go back and build your own home. That was the advice. But some of you prefer that handout. Some of you prefer that deception, that handout that UK is giving you. UK came and they gave amnesty. They say if you come to United Kingdom, they give you amnesty and all that to Biafra agitations. We do not want. And even Mazin Nande told them in announcement. Mazin Nande said, "We don't want your amnesty." Mazin Nande told them to their face, "We do not want amnesty. We want is Biafra. We want to build our country." That is what we are not interested. Who cares if you have amnesty or not? We don't want it. What we want is to build our own home. That was the exact response of Mazin Nandeka. And you think the United States company, the area, the whole Nigeria, the instability is favoring the UK, and they will continue to enjoy it. Instead of repairing your country, instead of telling you to come and take, that is how they have extracted all the brains in the zoo. People that they feel that they are brainy, they take them to the UK to go and work for them. All the intelligent citizens in that country are running away, going other countries to make exploits, while their own country is dilapidated. And you are talking against somebody who has told you to go and repair your country. You should be ashamed of yourself. Glory be to Chukwu Abiyama finally. A real man is now in the White House. A real man that has a project. A real man that knows what humanity is. That supports humanity, that supports this project of Chukwu Abiyama is now in Asorok. And we are happy. We are happy that the real man is now in Asorok. He's now in White House. Things are going to change for good. Things are going to change. And let me tell you, we are not just folding our hands and waiting on him. We are doing our own part. Everything that Biafra need to do, we are going to do it from A to Z. We will follow up our program from A to Z. There is nothing that will stop us. As we speak, the Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Ireland, has gone to the office of the President of Finland and delivered a letter to inform them about our convention. Today, the Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Ireland, have gone to the Finland presidency to deliver a letter on our convention that is going to start by 29th of this month up until defy them. Biafra understand that not operate legal. Every single thing the Biafrans are doing is legal. We are following the legal procedure. We are following the legal procedure from the first one to the last. We are not looking back. And I bet you we shall be victorious. My fellow Biafrans that are watching, wherever you are watching from, I want you to know that the zoo has ended. In case you do not know, I want to remind you, the zoo has just ended.
Has fallen. The zoo has fallen. Finally, the zoo has fallen. If you do not know that the zoo has fallen, check around yourself. Check around you.
The zoo has fallen. If you do not know that the zoo has fallen, all you have to do is to check around yourself. Look around yourself. Look around yourself. Look left, right, and center. You are going to realize that truly, the zoological republic has fallen. And there is nothing any man can do to redeem it. Today, we are going ahead on the restoration of independence of Biafra. And we will do everything that requires us to do, just like they told Mazen Nandekan. They told Mazen Nandekano, go and begin to do something. Why did you stop? Today, Mazen Simon Ekpa is not somebody that's going to stop. If you think that Mazen Simon Ekpa is going to stop, you are sick in the head. Mazen Simon Ekpa is not going to stop. In fact, he is just starting. And I want you to prepare for what is coming. No amount of propaganda, no amount of blackmail, no amount of intimidation will make us to back down. The more they try to stop us, the more we wax stronger. The more they try to delay us, the more we move forward. The freedom of Biafra is signed and sealed, and the enemies of Biafra are panicking. Let them continue to panic, but I bet you our freedom has been signed. Wherever you are, begin to prepare for what is coming. We will all march to freedom very soon. No amount of propaganda or blackmail of the enemy will stop us. We can never be stopped. We are unstoppable. I said unstoppable. The only thing you have to do today is to continue to focus. The emergence of Donald Trump is panicking everybody. The zoo is panicking. They were the very first to complain. They began to cry already. It is a shame. It is a shame. But I bet you the right man is in power. They push propaganda. They tell you Donald Trump is going to cause war. But during his 4 tenure, 4 good years, there was no war. Instead, he stopped every war and brought back all the United States soldiers. He brought them back home. He stopped wars and brought soldiers back home. And he's going to do it again. He has already told Ukraine, as we speak, the Ukraine war is going to cease automatically. Ukraine war is going to stop. Donald Trump is going to stop it. Ukraine people should rejoice because the new dawn has come. He made it clear. Why are you fighting in Ukraine? Why are you fighting with Russia? Why are you endangering the life of your citizens in Russia for no reason? And Joe Biden and his group are supporting it. Donald Trump says he's going to end it. And we are seeing peace returning. Peace is going to return to Ukraine. Ukraine is going to experience peace again. This is a man that says something and he follows it up. You remember his last tenure? When he was in power, whatever he says, he will do it. He tells you exactly what he has to do and he will do it. I thank you, for the light will always win. Darkness will never overshadow the light. No matter how small the light is, when you put it, it will shine and overtake the darkness. And as he has just come, as the light has come, they are panicking. They are panicking. They will continue to panic until we decimate them.
They are panicking. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We are live and we are direct. They are panicking. Zoo is panicking. Zoo is panicking. Onyemuche has come back. Biafras are coming back to my page. Yoruba. It is the truth. I tell you the truth. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're holding my life, you take it. Was Shoyinka not corrupt?
Exactly. All we have to do is to tell the truth. It doesn't matter how you feel about it. It doesn't matter you hit your head on the wall. There are few people in this world who can look you in your face and tell you the truth. There are few organizations in this world that can look at your face and tell you the truth. The world is drifting into lies. The world is drifting into fighting against Chukwu Okike Abiama. Everything that Chukwu Okike Abiama have presented and stand for, that is what the world is promoting. Fighting against the wills of Chukwu Okike Abiama. And they think they can have their way. Never. Darkness will never overcome the light. Biafrans, we are on the battle, and we will continue to fight the battle until we win. There is no going back. There is no going back. Congratulations to every Biafran that have stood strong up to this minute. Congratulations to every Biafran, wherever you are, and you are playing your own part, doing what you're supposed to do. I say congratulations. My fellow Biafrans, we shall overcome. No matter their propaganda, no matter their blackmail, don't allow their lies to get you. Don't allow their blackmail to get you. We must continue to support the Biafran government. If you have not started supporting, I don't know what you're waiting for. Key in. Supporting Biafran government is a must. This is something that every Biafran, men, women, old and young, must do. We must be part of it. Do not allow the blackmailers. Do not allow the propagandists. Do not allow the enemies of Biafra to get hold of you. They are going to rise in many ways. They are going to rise with different lies and propaganda. They are going to come with different strategies, but I bet you they will disappear before your own very eyes. This time we are not going back. There is no going back. No matter what they do, no matter what they say, no matter the propaganda, no matter the blackmail, no matter what they say, we can never, ever, ever bow. They told Mazen Nandekano, why did you stop? This time around, we are not going to stop. And I want you to hear this.
When I was talking to very heavy players, big men at UN, what they said to me is, but you stopped. That means that what you're fighting for is not worth dying for. If your freedom is not worth dying for, then the world cannot take you seriously. That is the way it is. Any day, if you like, listen, if just do us, I don't need your money. What we want from you is 1 container load only. We won't come to you again. Let me tell you, any day they shoot us, police shoot us, we shoot back at them. They kill us, we kill them. Believe you me, UN will come in that same day. But if they're only killing you, UN will say, please, can you investigate the matter? Can you investigate it? And make sure that all the culprits are brought to justice. Is that not what they will say? But any day police kill us, we kill police back. They will say, please, what is the problem? What is going on? That time the language is not the same. What is going on means they want to hear from the zoo, they want to hear from us. But if they come and they kill us and they go scot-free, they will say to the zoo, please investigate and let us know. Every country you mentioned, the UN came in as we are fighting. For every year that we fought the war, Southern Sudan fought for 10 years. Guerrilla warfare. At a point, it became very, very clear to Sudanese that you must let these people go. Because they're not going away. They have fought for 30 years, they're not going anywhere. These are the things we need to understand. Had both Biafra, Organization of Freedom Fighters, had they gone into the bush to continue guerrilla warfare, by now Biafra will be a free country. But everybody went into buying and selling. You became very selfish. It's just about you and your son and your family. Which is why, go and ask people who are as old as we are, that grew up in the village and close to our father and our grandparents or uncles in those days. Ask them, since when did an Igbo man start saying,
you had it until we show the world that our freedom is worth dying for. And that is the stage we are now. Mazen Nandekanu predicted of this stage now. He said, when they buy us and we buy them, then they will understand how serious we are. That until we show the world that our freedom is worth dying for, they will never come to our aid. Somebody told Mazen Nandekanu this. And today we are working on this very information. The Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, is working on this very information that was delivered by Mazen Nandekan. When they buy us and we buy them, then and only then we'll come to round table and discuss. The discussion will begin to happen at round table. But if you don't buy, if you don't respond, if they only buy you and you complain, you cry, you take picture, you take video, you send, you protest, nobody's going to pay attention. They will only tell them to investigate. And tell me, what investigation would your enemy do? The same person that is buying you, they will tell him to come and investigate. Tell me the report is going to present. But when they come against us and we come against them, as we are doing now, and we are going to increase the force to pave way for the international community to weigh in. The plan is settled. It is a deal done, a deal well done. Everybody in Biafra land, more especially our brothers and sisters, our families in Biafra land, you must be security conscious. You must. It is a must. You have to be security conscious. There is no need coming out late hour, going out early in the morning. You don't have that. There's no time for that now. We are in a situation of war. You must be very careful. Anytime you hear a message, sit at home. Sit. Any day you don't have any appointment outside, stay in your home. There's no point going around and wasting your energy and exposing yourself to danger. The only thing you can do, if you know how to support, if there is a contribution you have to make your contribution. If there is information you can pass the information through the media warriors. The stage we are now, nothing created on the sun, nothing created under this earth will stop Biafra. As I have said before, it is the project of Chukwu Okike Abiama. And once Chukwu Okike Abiama is leading, there is nothing that will make us to fail. Failure is not in this. There's nothing like, oh, maybe or maybe not. We are preparing for a referendum, and it is going to be mind-blowing. I want you to listen to this message that was preached by the Prime Minister of Biafra, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra.
My fellow Biafrans, I welcome all of you this evening to France on this France Town Hall meeting and the France talk. A lot is going on in our land, and of course, we have to defend ourselves any day, anytime. Nigeria terrorist government have come with a lot of propaganda. When you demonstrate that you are ready to fight for your freedom, they profile you. They call you criminals, they call you terrorists, they call you all manner of names. The reason for that is to demoralize you. And we must not fall for that. My fellow Biafrans, I call on you this evening, do not allow the names they call you today to demoralize you. We're remembering what Nigeria did to over 3 million Biafra children through starvation. Yet, the world, as at then, wanted us to move on. 50 years later, after recounting the numbers of Biafrans that died or should have been avoided, we are all here today for not just a revenge, but to finish what our fathers started. And of course, the most important of it all is to destroy Nigeria, the evil Nigeria entity, to destroy it. Nigeria is a terrorist state, and after destroying it, we will liberate our people through a process that has begun. The liberation of Biafra from Nigeria will restore peace, stability in our region. It will also end the upsurge of terrorists and piracy in the Gulf of Coast of Guinea, and of course beyond. The liberation of Biafra from Nigeria will restore peace and stability. Do not let the corrupt and criminal politicians to deceive you into believing supporting your own freedom is a crime, irrespective of our approach to restoring Biafra. I want to remind all of us, in 1776, the United States separated from the United Kingdom by declaration. Today, they are the world power. In 1830, Belgium separated from Netherlands. Today, they are one of the most powerful countries in Europe, both of the countries. In 1965, Singapore separated from Malaysia. Today, they have transformed into global financial hub as a result of the separation. Why is it that when we call for separation, Nigeria and their criminals will be calling us terrorists. Don't fall for it. The past separation has led to the upsurge of economic development in the case of India and Pakistan, Norway, Denmark, Switzerland. Each of these separation has led to the upsurge of economic and development. In 2002, East Timor separated from Indonesia. In 1921, Ireland separated from the United Kingdom. Today, they are one of the powerful countries we have. In 1944, Iceland separated from Denmark, demonstrating that nations can part away without violence. Why do you kill Biafrans? Whenever we say we are fed up of Nigeria. In Nigeria, where you have dangerous diversity, in Nigeria, where you have the northern part of Nigeria practicing Islamic State, practicing Islamic Sharia law, and they have different culture, different laws, different rules, different everything. And with that kind of mentality and setup, we can never develop as a nation. That is the reason we call for the separate state, and of course for the independent state for Biafra. Apart from the killings, genocide against our people, and jihad. In 1905, Norway and Sweden separated and goes their separate ways. Today, they are one of the most powerful countries in Europe because of the separation. In 1947, India and Pakistan separated. The list can go on and on and on. And when they want to tell you about Africa, they use Sudan to give you example. Biafra can never be Sudan. Biafrans are scattered all over the world, developing their countries of residence, making impact in governance and policy making. Sudan was never like that. Apart from that, we have a history. Democracy started from Biafra, and Nigeria continued to suppress us, enslave us, subjugate us into what we are today, destroying our sensibility and our sense of reasoning. Nigeria continued to enslave our people, enslave our future, and our progress. Today, in the same Nigeria, when the Biafra people try to rise through their business enterprises, Nigeria's system will destroy it. They destroy it in Lagos, they destroy it in Kano, they destroy it in Kaduna, they destroy it in different parts of Nigeria. And in a system like that, you will all be diminishing until they wipe us in the surface of the earth. The only way to preserve our culture, value system, and save our life from extinction is a complete separate state. Exit from Nigeria, which the process has begun. My fellow Biafrans, today we have given a very serious warning to those threatening Biafrans about the Nigeria protest. We have absolutely nothing to do with the Nigeria protest. We are Biafrans, we don't validate Nigeria. But if any Biafran is victimized for Nigeria protesting, we have assured them we will weaponize every person who cares to carry arms for self-defense. The weaponization of these protesters, any Biafran has been killed, will start from Lagos and Abuja. We will weaponize every protesters that cares to carry arms for self-defense. I rest my case. This is a warning to those threatening Biafrans as Nigeria are planning to protest. We have nothing to do with it. But
you have heard from our Prime Minister. This was a mind-blowing message. Every single information he delivers here is what is going on in this zoological republic and is still going on. The intimidation of Biafrans, the buying of Biafrans, the dehumanization of Biafrans. They will beat us and they will tell us not to cry. At every given opportunity, they destroy our businesses. They don't do it in open. They don't do it in hiding. They do destroy our business through their policies. Go and check every single policy the government is putting in place is against the Biafran businesses. But even in the midst of all this, we are still surviving because Chukwu Okike Abiama have made it so. You cannot fight whom God have blessed. But I bet you, Biafra, if we are on our own, we will be better off. You look at yourself today as a Biafran and you think you are making success in Nigeria, you are a fool. You are a fool. If you look at yourself as a Biafran, no matter how much you have, no matter the business you are doing, no matter the business you have, no matter the property you have in Nigeria today, and you think you are doing well, you are a fool. You will do 10 times better than what you are doing today if you are in Biafra. If we go our separate ways, we will do 10 times better than we are doing today. Everything that the Biafran people are making in Nigeria is through the eye of the needle. For a Biafran to do a business and succeed, he has to pass through a most difficult situation, and yet they survive. If we have an enabling environment, you can imagine what we would do. With all the obstacles, hindrances, and policies that keep us down, we are still surviving. Can you imagine what we can achieve when we have an enabling environment? Have you ever sit down one day and think what Biafra land will look like if we have an enabling environment? Have you ever thought if Biafra were able to have seaport, even one, at least one seaport in Biafra land, if we're able to have one seaport and one international airport, do you know the kind of development that will bring? Do you know the kind of development it will bring if we are able to have just one seaport and one airport, international airport? Do you know the kind of development it will bring? Today you hear them telling you that Lagos is the biggest economy in Africa. When you hear that Lagos is the biggest economy in Africa, who are the ones making that Lagos boom? Who are the ones? Nobody is dragging the land with you. Lagos is in the southwest and it belongs to the Yorubas, as they claim. We are not dragging it with them. But it is because of the strangulation of businesses in the southeast that is making our people to migrate to Lagos in order to survive. And they go there obeying all their laws and paying all the taxes. And yet, developing the place, but yet they are not accepted. They see them as invaders. Even though we go to places, we develop it. We don't go there and suck them dry the way the UK is sucking Nigeria dry. The United Kingdom come to Nigeria, suck them dry, take their resources and go back home with it without paying a dime. We are not like that. The Biafran people come to your land to invest. They invest. Even when they make the money, they will still reinvest the money in that same environment and develop it. Go and give a Biafran man a land. Come back the next 5 years and see how the place will be. You would never, ever recognize it. Take a swamp and give to a Biafran. Come back after 5 years and see. You will never recognize the place again. That is what we do. We are not like the British, not like the Janjaweed or other tribes that can never develop a place where you gave them. For we will develop any place we go, but still we are hated. They create a difficult situation. They say, why won't you stay in your own land? Why are you going other places? But the enabling environment for us to do our business in Biafra land, they destroyed it. They made it impossible. We have sea. We have access to the sea where seaport can be built without a stress. In case you do not know, the very first seaport that was signed up in that zoological republic after their independence, the very first seaport that was signed up was in Biafra land. They were supposed to build in Biafra land. It was signed that was built in Biafra land. But after the Civil War, they cancelled it and removed it completely. They removed it and they come and tell you that you are landlocked. They will tell you you are landlocked. They have preached landlocked for how many years? Until we came and we began to destroy those lies that Biafra land is not landlocked. In fact, Biafra land has the closest access to the sea than any other region. But they continue to push their lie. They continue to preach their propaganda. And people are believing them. They have caged our place and made it so unbearable for people to do business. Can you imagine what we do? Go to Lagos now. Go to Apapa Wharf. If you go there and you see containers coming there, out of 100 containers that came in, 90 belong to Biafran people. 90 belong to Biafrans. Who are the people paying taxes, doing businesses? Who are those? When they told you that the oil money has finished, that now is only the tax they get on importation and exportation, who are the ones involved in importation and exportation? Who are those? Who are those keeping those places forming? Who are those? The taxes you are hearing in all the states where taxes are high, who are those paying those taxes? It is the Biafran people. Today, go to Abuja. The Abuja you know today, the Biafrans have developed everywhere with their money. Instead of appreciating them, envy and jealousy will not allow the Nigerians, the one Nigerian is to allow them rest. Destructive envy and jealousy cannot allow them. That is why today you see some idiots online on social media. They will be telling you, oh, that Igbo should go, they should go so that they occupy their land. They are not even ashamed to say it. They are not even ashamed to say it. Some of them, they want us to go, they want to cause a problem so that we go and they took over our property. They are already sharing the properties of the Igbos. They call it abandoned property. And they forgot that we are in the 21st century. Some of these idiots, they think we are still in 1967. You were able to achieve your abandoned property issue in 1967 because of the period then. We didn't have the network we have now. Then the awareness we have now is not there. This is 21st century. In 2024, there will be no single abandoned property of Biafrans to any idiot. If you like, go and sleep. Be lazy about expecting Biafrans to go so that you can occupy their properties. You are a fool. You are a lazy fool. And that go online, you see many of them. You see many of them lazy fools. They say they are waiting for us to go so that they can occupy our properties. They want something to happen so they can take over our properties. That they will take. You see them point. Some of them are even mentioning places owned by Biafran they want to take over. Bunch of clowns and idiots, lazy gluttons, envious and jealous idiots everywhere, and they think that we are in they think we are in those days. They think that we are in 1967. The case of 1967 was that we were taken unaware. We were not prepared. We didn't have an army. 1967, we didn't even have an army. We got the army prepared within the time of the war. Within that 3 years, everything was built. Not this time. Today, in 2024, we have a standing army. Today, in 2024, we have the lobbying group. Today, in 2024, we have the media. Today, in 2024, we are across the world. We are in charge of the media. We have liaison offices across the world. We have a standing, equipped army. This is not 1967. So go and tell all these idiots who are hoping to take over the properties of Biafrans that they should rethink again. They should go and look for a job. They should go and look for a work. For every one of them that is coming to Biafra land, they will go down one after the other. Today, as we speak, they are throwing bombs in Biafra land. They think they will scare us with that. They are throwing bombs in the markets, in marketplaces, in public places. And they think that when they do it, oh, Biafrans will run away. Sorry. The man that is in charge of the affair of Biafra today, Master Simon Ekpa, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Biafra, does not know anything called retreat. There is nothing called retreat. It is forward ever and backward never. We will fight until the last man standing. We are going to fight the zoo until the last man standing. Mazen Nandekano made it clear. He said, if you do not allow the Biafrans to go, if you don't allow Biafrans to go, that everything in the zoo will perish. If you think it's a joke, continue to hold us. Mazen Nandekano said it, we will not stop. We will not stop. You think we're going to stop? Oh, you think that maybe by your noise making, by you killing one or two people, by your propaganda and blackmail, that will stop. You have just met the wrong generation. General Effiong warned you and told you that if you do not treat their children fine, they are going to fight back. That if you do not treat their children well, they will rise again. And you thought it was a joke. It is happening today. The supreme leader of IPOB, Mazen Nandekano, made it very clear to the whole world. Put the whole world on notice And he said, we will not stop. Not now, not now. We can never, ever stop. In case you don't know, hear it from him directly.
And we are not going to stop. I want the world to understand me very clearly. We are not going to stop. It doesn't matter what it takes. It doesn't matter how many lives they extinguish. It doesn't matter the genocidal tendencies they bring with them into our land. We are not going to stop. Everybody listening, everybody watching, everybody remotely interested in justice and peace must understand this. Our destination is freedom, and that very place we're heading to is Biafra. And nobody, no soul on this earth can stop us. Instead of Biafra not to come, we all perish. I want our adversaries, our enemies to understand this very, very clearly. We are not going to retreat, not one iota, not 1 inch, because Biafra must come. Because the hatred have continued to this very day. As I'm speaking and addressing all of you right now, they are still arresting, extrajudicially murdering people in our land, people who are alien to our culture, our way of life, our tradition. They are in our land directing their people to slaughter, to kill without mercy. Unfortunately, those we regard as political leaders have connived with these people to ensure the decimation of their own population. That is the type of nonsense we can no longer condone. As you all know, there is no significant Fulani presence in our land because our fathers taught us how to fight. And we are doing so today without apologies to any idiot. We're not going to apologize because we have been apologizing for nearly 50 years. And we have not gotten anywhere in terms of our collective advancement and development in the damnable zoological republic called Nigeria. That is why we must know what we're doing. And that is why anybody who is remotely interested in the affairs of our people must understand this, that we are determined, doubly determined. 50 years, or should I say 54 years, is a very long time, and 51 years since the end of the war. But now that we have come, or should I say now that God Almighty in heaven has determined that we should come, we are not going to relent. We are not going to do anything whatsoever to jeopardize the sanctity and the holiness of this very mission. We love our people. We love every ethnic nationality that makes up Nigeria as it is presently constituted. We have no hatred towards anybody. We love peace. We love life. We love the progress of other people, but we are in a country where people hate us for no reason, where people despise us for no reason, and we can no longer go on apologizing. And Nigeria as a state, the entire Africa as a continent must acknowledge. The same way they acknowledge the genocide in Rwanda, they must rise up to acknowledge the genocide in Biafra land, or else there will be no peace nor development in the whole of Africa. And I'm not saying it apologetically. I am stating a fact that ought to be forcefully demanded for. And Biafra itself must be restored for those who have come before us, for their sacrifice, for their courage, for their gallantry and their bravery. It is a very good thing today that one of the co-hosts here is our brother Dele, a man that I cherish and I appreciate very much. And also the very excellent work that Mazi is doing. But let us make this thing very, very clear. We are wronged by the Nigerian state, by every ethnic group in Nigeria. I know that my good friend and brother, Obadiah Mailafia, rang me and apologized a while ago for the role that they played in the massacre of Biafran people, the role that they played in aiding and abating a very unlawful invasion of Biafra land, because all Ojukwu asked for was restructuring. The same thing we are arguing for today. Ojukwu went to Aburi to argue for restructuring. Ojukwu did not go to Aburi to declare any state of Biafra. He never went to Aburi to declare any war. Ojukwu went to Aburi so that all of us in Nigeria, including those from the Middle Belt, from the West, everywhere can have freedom. There's something we're asking for today. They twisted the narratives. They changed our history. They turned it upside down. They made us the villain. They tried to demonize our general, a man of peace, that went to Aburi in Accra to go and in Ghana to go and negotiate for peace. A peace that Britain prevailed upon go on, not to implement. But over the years, we've been taught that we are the aggressors. Such nonsense can no longer hold, it can no longer obtain, and that is why, as I said earlier, unapologetically, we are pursuing the freedom of Biafra, and nobody can stop us. Anybody on our path is going to fall, is going to die. Instead of Biafra not to come, every living organism in Nigeria will die, I swear to God Almighty in heaven, because we are not going back. It is a good thing today that some notable Nigerians are on this very platform discussing what transpired 54 years ago. Most have tweeted to say, may it not happen again. The only way to ensure that this will not happen again is the existence of a free, sovereign Biafran nation. That is the only panacea, nothing more, nothing less. Before we came here, Ladipo Market was on fire. These vandals and vagabonds are in our land, killing people relentlessly. As I'm talking to you right now, they headed some people from Enugu to God knows where, maybe to go and kill them. And you have governors, you have political leaders, you have those who aspire to high office. They're all there. Nobody's talking, nobody's speaking, because they have a lot to benefit and to gain by us being Fulani slaves. Something that can no longer continue. Something we are not prepared to tolerate. That was something I said rather very fortuitously very many years ago. I said during one of my broadcasts on Radio Biafra that for Nigerians to understand that God is upset with them, that every tribe in Nigeria, every ethnic group in Nigeria will experience what we passed through during the Biafran War, that they too will also become refugees. And today, there are IDP camps everywhere. People that thought they were safe before now are fleeing their homes. There's something that happened to us between 1967 and 1970. And that is why our appreciation and our thanks for those men and women that fought to keep us safe can never, ever, ever be overestimated. We will continue to appreciate them. We shall continue to honor them. And I thank all of, those who are non-Biafrans. I understand that some people who are Biafrans came on this very platform and trying to play the script of their masters. That same divide and rule by saying there is something called Southeast and South-South. All bunkum. I have said it many times on many forums, on many platforms, that everybody in the East, we are all one people. I don't understand why people are hung up about this divide and rule of Gowon. It was Gowon that created Cross River State. Gowon created River State. Not because he loves the people of the South, not at all, but because he wanted to divide us. And we must rise up. We must rise up to the game of these people and say no to them. Now that Yoruba and Igbo are one, do you see them trying to play that game anymore? Now that Biafra and Oduduwa are one and inseparable, bonded together in one, do you see them playing their stupid games? I don't know why some people will come and say they're from Nigeria, they're from South-South, in order to perpetuate that very division, which the Fulanis have cleverly exploited over very many decades and many years. I don't know when we are going to learn. And the sooner we learn, the better for us. I thank all of you once again. And this very effort to recognize the genocide against Biafrans continues until United Nations and the whole world rise up to this very challenge and acknowledge that a great deal of injustice was done to Biafrans. Tomorrow is our sit at home, complete and utter lockdown everywhere. And as I said earlier, I do commend the governors for coming out and saying that civil servants should not come or should not turn up to work tomorrow. It's a very good thing. We must all be bound together in order to ensure that Nigeria, first of all, takes the blame for what they did. And secondly, that the whole world will rise up to the obligation to the oppressed people and do the very right thing. Once again, I thank you all very much. And my very special thanks to Professor Ejiofor for the very wonderful and sterling work that you're doing, you and your team. Thank you very much. And may Chukwu Kigabe be with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, fellow Biafrans, for listening to this amazing speech. This was a very outstanding speech that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made during the remembrance of our hero. It was made. And the problem today is that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not here. Many people that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu mentioned their name today are now going back to eat their vomit. They are now working with one Nigeria. This same Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told us that consistency is the key. That consistency is what is lacking in many one Nigerians. You can see if you have followed the speech of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu from the beginning to the end. Outstanding speech. The Zoological Republic will be recognizing the ill treatment of the Biafra and the atrocities committed in Biafra land. During that Heroes Day Remembrance Day, it was a total lockdown. The Nigerians, those who claim to be one Nigerians, begin to come back to their senses. But the Janjaweed and the British could not stop. Since they kidnapped Mazen Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, everybody he has mentioned his name here, all of them today have gone back to eat their vomit. They are now pursuing their one Nigeria, including Ejiofor that he called his name, Professor Ejiofor in the UK. Every one of them today, they are one Nigerians. They were the one that was campaigning for P2B and all not. Lack of consistency. Today they are here, tomorrow they are there. But under our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, the legacy of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu stands. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said we will not stop, that instead of Biafra not to come, everything in the zoo will perish. That on that legacy is what we are standing today. Under the command of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, he is not only speaking, he is taking action, legal action against Nigeria, generating every single document that will make Biafra a sovereign state. My fellow Biafrans, prepare for what is coming. From 29th of this month till 3rd of next month, December, it is going to be massive. After our convention, the whole world will shake. As we speak, the zoo, Asorok is peeing on their pant now. With the emergence of Donald Trump, hearing that Donald Trump have won the election, Asorok have gone to a panic mood. In a serious panic mood. They were the very first people that released statement. They said Donald Trump should not align himself with the Biafran people. They don't know whom they are talking to. Donald Trump. You don't know whom you are talking to. That is why we want him to be there. A man that speaks, that knows the right thing to do. He doesn't just pretend. He will tell you what he will do and you go ahead and do it. Not all those pretenders, right, left, and center. And they are panicking. Continue to panic. Today, we have come to question every single thing that has to do with the zoo. That pillar will be brought down. Here from our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa.
Nobody is talking about the agreement and how Nigeria become a country from amalgamation to fake independence to today present Nigeria. They put it under the carpet because nobody have risen up to challenge them. Nobody have risen up to question the existence of Nigeria. Until now, we are questioning it under the Biafra government in exile. And we'll question it with gun, we'll question it with bomb, we'll question it with civility, we'll question it diplomatically, and we'll question it politically. And that is the multi-dimensional approach. That thing they are avoiding to discuss, that particular existence of Nigeria or continuation of Nigeria, they have been avoiding to discuss, will be forced to discuss. They will be forced with the activities and the actions of the Biafra government in 2024. That's where we are going. That's why all these shenanigans, all this their regional government, all this nonsense you see happening are happening today. And they have not actually started hitting the point, because the point remains the continual existence of Nigeria as a country. They are not discussing it. What was the agreement of 1914? What was the agreement thereafter? Independent. What happened for after the 100 years of Nigeria? Nobody is discussing it. Our own British mandate terminated in 2014. That was when the British mandate terminated. When they say you have 100 years, after that we decide. I am not a pushover, and I believe Nigeria have seen that. If you think that Simon Ekpa is somebody you can push over, then you don't know me.
I am here to end Tinubu. I am here to end Nigeria. I'm here to end the Usman Danfodio legacy. I will end it. The people who have ended it in their different countries doesn't have to end. I am going to be more than any of all those people who have fought freedom, including Gandhi. I am here to be more than Gandhi. Gandhi did not even fight the kind of demons that we have in Nigeria. Nelson Mandela did not fight the kind of demons that we have in Nigeria. And so I brought up myself, I'm well cooked for this particular freedom. So anybody thinking that Samunepa is going down, you don't know what is coming. You still have a long way to go. I will be here to finish this job, and by December I will issue a declaration for the restoration of the independence of Biafra, and the flag of Biafra will rise very, very high all over the world. That day, every mountain of this all over the world of Biafra will rise the Biafra flag very, very high. We will raise it very, very high from homeland to all over the world. And then after that, the diplomatic battle will begin for recognition of Biafra government.
Fellow Biafrans, thank you so much for joining me on this very program. I appreciate everyone that have participated from the beginning of the program up to this minute. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect every one of you. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama grant you safety. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama be with you wherever you are. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect our Liberation Army, the Biafran Liberation Army, the Resistance Fighter, the Strike Force, the Black Marine. May Chukwu come again and protect all of you. May Chukwu come again and protect the de facto government in homeland, protect all our media warriors and their families, protect all our members of the cabinet of Biafra government. May Chukwu come again and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. No evil befall him. More wisdom, knowledge, understanding, divine protection for him. We pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for healing. We pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for strength. We pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for good health. We pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for revelation. We pray that he will be free and join us very soon. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafran shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister Mazi Simon shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. Thank you for being part of this program. I will see you again next time.